Best rigs for catfish, part 5, the slip float rig. Let's get into it. Here's what you'll need. A hook of your choice, some beads, bobber stops, preferably the Neoprene, barrel swivel, slip float, and some leader line for your hook. Let's get started. The first thing we need to do when setting up a slip float rig is to apply our bobber stop to our main line. To do that, we're going to put the line through this little eyelet. Make sure you get it wet. This will allow the bead to slide off the metal pin and onto the line. Use caution to be gentle to ease it off of the metal. Otherwise it'll rip and make it hard to get through. Simply pull it all the way through and now it's on the main line. Gently back it out of this, otherwise it can cause a nick in your mono and you don't want it to break. If it does, like you see here, cut that off. It's not worth losing a line over. Now we're going to pull this way back up the main line so we can use it for later. Next we're going to add the beads. I like to use 2 beads, one smaller and one bigger. And the reason this is so the little bead catches the knot and prevents it from going down into the big bead. Without this little bead, the bobber stop could get stuck inside the big bead. The bigger bead has a bigger diameter hole, so this prevents that. Next is the slip float. Simply run the line through the slip float till it comes out the other end. This is a free sliding bobber, and you're going to see how it works in a second. Put one more bead on after the bobber, and this will protect your knot at the swivel. To attach the main line to our swivel, we're going to use a simple polymer knot. If you don't know how to do a polymer knot, we can do a video on it, or just do a simple Google search. Cinch it down, clip the tag. Once that's on, it'll look like this, and all we got to do is add the hook. So let's do that. Set up our hook, we're going to do a no knot snell. Run your leader from front to back along the shank, wrap it around clockwise 7 to 10 times. Then take the other end, put it from back to front, and pull it tight. This gives your hook a spring-loaded trigger action. This way every time the fish takes a hook, it's going to go right in the corner of their mouth every single time. Make a note that you want your leader to be shorter than the length of your bobber in most cases. The reason being is when you cast, the bait can get up over the float and it'll get tangled up, and then you won't get a good presentation and you won't get a bite. I typically like to stay between a 4 to 6 inch length. We're going to go about right here. Attach it to the swivel with a simple fisherman's knot. Give it a few twists through the hole, through the next hole it makes, pull it tight. Clip your tag. And as you can see, now my bait won't go over the top of the float. This rig is great for covering a lot of water, especially if you're bank fishing. You can change the depth. You can even float it past cover in streams and rivers, cast it upstream, let it float down, go past log jams, bridge pylons, rocky points, all kinds of cover. To change the depth, simply slide the bobber stop. When it hits the water, your bait will sink down. Even if you want to go 20 feet, you can pull it all the way back up your line. This can even get backed up into your reel if you want to go super, super deep. Not a problem. What will happen is as the bait sinks, the bobber stays on top of the water, and it'll eventually catch this bobber stop and control the depth. This is why leader length is not that important, because as you change the depth, you change how deep the hook goes. This is a great way to present live bait. It allows it to swim freely and move around, and also move around in current. It gives a great natural presentation for predators like flathead catfish. And there you have it. If you like what you see, give us a follow. Stay tuned for more tips. We got more content coming.